All right, back to do med ball exercises for core. Okay, we're going to focus on three primary med ball exercises. First one's called old school. Second one's called SC twist, and then the third one, which I mentioned in our previous video, is going to be dragonflies. Okay, so we're going to take the lower body extension, and we're basically going to go with that lower body extension, add a little weight by using the med ball. This one is actually a training ball. In particular, it's like a basketball. It's about 2 pounds as far as weight goes. And you could deal with, if you have a med ball, whatever weighted med ball you have. If you don't have a med ball or a training ball, you could use a basketball. It'll help to give you a little bit of resistance. Or you could use, something like a plate. There's different ways that you can make it possible for you to do the exercise. Okay. So first, let's jump into the old school med ball exercise. And essentially, 2 ways you could do this. You can have a partner, which is the easiest way to do them, or you could do them solo in 2 different ways. Okay, one would be not releasing the med ball; it'd be maintaining the med ball the whole time. And then the second way would be is if you have a wall in front of you, a solid wall. Cinder block wall or something like that, that you'd be able to throw the ball against, catch it on the rebound, and then take it back with you. Okay, so for the old school med ball exercise, okay, we're going to get kind of into a crunch position here. Have the med ball here. Okay, start position here. We're going to go back, take it over our heads, reach back as far as we can, and we're going to take it up. Okay, reach back over our heads. Bring it back up. Okay, so it's pretty similar to doing a crunch or sit-up, starting from that position, reaching back over our head, making sure we're touching the ground, and bringing it back up. Okay, obviously the heavier the med ball that you use, the more resistance that you get. And as you get stronger and you do these for a longer period of time, you're going to actually need more resistance, or you're going to have to increase on your own the number of reps that you're going to do. Okay. Now, obviously, you incorporate a little bit more explosion if you're able to launch the ball into the wall or into a partner that's catching it for you. And then you can also work on your own personal stability in regard to your core. If you launch it into the wall or to your partner, and then it comes back to you, whether they're tossing it to you or it's bouncing off the wall, you absorb, okay, catching the ball and then taking it back. Okay, and one of the things I do not recommend that you do when doing the med ball exercises is kind of goofing around, right? Especially if you're working with a partner, they're throwing the med ball back to you or you're throwing it to them, and you kind of start screwing around a little bit, launch the med ball, and whether it's your partner receiving it or you receiving it, this thing could go right through your hands, and if it hits you in the face, it could knock you out. Okay, I've seen people that messing around doing exercises before, get smacked in the head with the med ball, boom, hit the ground, knockout. It's not a good sight to see, and it's not something you want to deal with because you're probably going to end up with a concussion. Okay, and so we know how bad concussions are, and too many of those are not good for you and your overall health and living and things of that nature. Okay. So our next exercise is going to take us into what's called an SC twist. Okay, and so the SC twist, okay, if you have a partner, they could toss you the med ball. If you don't, you could do it without your partner. Or if you have a wall, you could toss the ball against the wall and take it. Now, ideally, we want to keep our feet off the ground and we want to reach side to side. Okay, don't bounce the ball. Okay, it's not about bouncing the ball. It's about getting the full rotation, reaching to the side, reaching to the side, coming up. If you have a partner, tossing it to them or tossing it against the wall and then catching it on the rebound and going through the process again. Now, on your next rotation, so say you started right and then went left, came up, we're going back left and then going back right. So we're alternating the pattern, okay? This will obviously help in working our obliques here. It'll also help in firing our groin to maintain keeping our feet off the ground. which is very important as well in dealing with our core. It'll help to fire our lower abdomen, burn fat in that area. But the other thing that's also going to get incorporated too there is using our glutes and our backs to maintain our posture and our position of keeping our legs up and going through the exercise. And not only that, if you have a partner or the wall and the ball's coming back at you, it helps you in being able to sustain that position by catching the ball and doing the exercise over again, okay? So those are SC twists, okay? Now earlier we did the lower back extension, right? No weight, on our bellies, feet are on the ground. Now since we're going to be doing some weight, it's probably a good idea to get somebody to hold your feet on the ground, okay? Your little brother, little sister, somebody that you're partnered up with doing the exercises, or if you think you can handle just keeping your feet on the floor by yourself, feel free to do so. The thing that's going to change now is we're going to have this med ball, and like I mentioned, you could do a variation. So if you don't have a med ball or even a basketball or some type of ball that'll provide a little bit of weight for you, you could use a plate from weightlifting, or something that may provide some type of weight for you, and put that behind your head, okay? So we're going to put the med ball back behind our head here, okay? Starting off with our head on the ground, same thing as the lower back extension. Coming up off the ground, coming up off the ground. And now, going from, doing the extensions earlier without weight to now doing something that's, basically 2 pounds and putting that on the back of my neck, you could definitely feel the difference in regard to the amount of tension you're feeling in your lower back in trying to lift your torso up off the ground with this added amount of weight of just being 2 pounds, right? So that helps to strengthen up your back. Tighten up your muscles that from your lower back that connect down in here into your glute, and so this helps you with overall development in your lower back strength. Okay, so those are the 3 exercises with med balls right now: the old school, SC twists, and dragonflies. All right, see you soon.